Hey, good morning. Welcome to the morning brief. Today's Tuesday, March 3rd. So, what is going on news wise? Well, we've got some scheduled news. 8:30, we have FOMC member Bowman speaking. 9:55, FOMC member Williams speaking. And then the RCM tip economic optimism will be released sometime after 9:55. And the Ward's total vehicle sales also be trickling out all day long. 11:45, we have the FOMC member Cash Carey speaking. At 4:30, we have the API weekly statistical bulletin. All of these items are yellow, which means low impact. So obviously the big news that's not on this list is the situation in Iran. And it continues to escalate. And as it escalates, oil prices continue to go up, which will then filter down to gasoline prices. Supposedly, we had the largest 1 day jump in, I don't know, 30 years. It jumped 11 cents nationally to over $3 now. That being said, we'll start to see some other trickle down effects from this situation. It is what it is. Trading yesterday was extraordinarily difficult, in my opinion. And again, I stress the advice I said yesterday, or the recommendations I said yesterday, to lower your size substantially. And remember that cash is a position, and sometimes sitting on your hands is the best solution or the best action at the present time. Moving on, looking at charts. So we did have a really ugly day yesterday, but we recovered most of that, surprisingly, actually. But then we are gapping way, way down as the reality of a long extended campaign in Iran, as well as the potential for spillage to other countries, is starting to soak into the market. And we are now gapping way down. We're about to break this band that we have had for literally 6 months. Once we get below this, it gets really ugly. So where can we go? Well, there's a low volume node that it just came down and tested 6741. On the top side, basically 6800. So that's where the most support and resistance is. We break down below 6700 really, and it gets kind of ugly. You have to drop all the way down to 6680 and the 200-day moving average before you get into some really good support. Volume was above average yesterday, not a ton, but decent volume. Moving on, looking at the over inventory from yesterday was negative, which was, it all happened very, very late in the day that it went negative. It was positive most of the day and went negative on that last 60-minute bar. Price was basically flat, and we had negative inventory, which then, of course, happened at the end of the day. I'm not sure what to read into this. It almost looks like at the end of the day, we had some major profit taking. The fact that we rallied back, people were like, whew, I'm out. I'm getting out. After this big move to the downside, I don't know. It's hard to say. News like a war, we don't have enough of those incidents to really have any kind of historical record or historical behavior, looking back to see what the behavior was. We just don't have that much. So it is what it is, kind of flying blind and being very, very careful. Looking at the overnight. Now this is crazy. The overnight action, 142 points. That is average volatility overnight, 22 to 25. We're like 6 times average movement overnight. Very, very concerning here. Looking at support and resistance, I would say 6750 on the bottom side, 6740, 6722, some confluence at 6705, and 6700, the whole number, but there's really nothing in there until you get down to 6680. Resistance, on the other hand, 6800, of course, will be a major resistance, as well as you can see there is some area 6840. There's some big confluence area at 6882, 6900. I can't wrap my head around even being above 6,900, but it is certainly possible. Stock Trader's Almanac for today is 38.1. So on top of the news, I shouldn't say the news, the situation in Iran, we have a historical 38.1 number from the historics. 38.1 is the probability the market will be up, which means we have a 62% chance the market will be down. So the historics are not lining up to help this market in any way, shape, or form. That being said, I would exercise extreme caution today in trading the markets. Hope you have a great day. Happy trading. Remember to subscribe and like. See you tomorrow. Hey, thanks for watching the morning brief. Check out my website for more information, oneononetrading.com. Take a look at the Troy levels, a trade location finder for the futures markets. Help you find those levels of support and resistance that are just so hard to find. I also do personal coaching and mentorships. So go ahead and take a look at my website, oneononetrading.com.